Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be flying for the first ever time an Airbus on the channel. The A350. We're going to be flying this aircraft from LA all the way to Montreal. So it's going to be 4-hour flight. And everything seems to be good on the cockpit, so let's go ahead and jump in. In fact, I think we're gonna, first of all, of course this is the Inibuilds A350, so everything should be like really well done. So let's go ahead and turn off the engine covers and the pitot covers. No, that's pretty important. Make sure also that live weather is enabled, which it is. Actually, yep, now it is. There we go. Let's do some inspections. So first of all, it's good to go ahead and check the landing gear, which seems to be fine. I think also just everything down here is fine as well. But we're also going to actually turn on and see the engine cowlings of the thing. It's pretty important to see. Oops, some lag there. Okay, so to do that, we're simply going to just look at the engine. You know, that's a pretty cool design. And let's go ahead and try to open this. I think there's a way to do it. I'm not really sure with this model. You pretty much have to click a button somewhere over here. But we're not going to do that. You can do that maybe through the eCam on the Airbus. Everything is good from the inside out. So let's go inside of the airplane and get this airplane ready. So here we are on the ground, and in this cold and dark Airbus A350 cockpit, you know, that very nice look of the futuristic A350. Let's go and make sure the gear is down. It is thrusts. Okay, that works. And also the joystick that I have here, that I'm going to be using as well. I have a yoke and joystick. So let's go do that. The throttle is set to idle, engine master's off, engine start to normal. Flaps retracted, speed breakers retracted. Wipers are set to the off position, and I think we're good for the startup, so let's do that. All batteries on. There we go, and external power. Let's go ahead and put the emergency extra lights here, set the smoking signs to the off position, the seatbelt signs to the off. It doesn't matter really for the moment. Let's put the cruise supply on and start aligning the nav systems of the airplane. So now that's set, we're gonna go ahead and do our flight plan. So let's do that. So here we are now into the dispatch system on my desktop. So let's go ahead and do a new flight here with the A350. I've done 2 other flights with it, so this should be a piece of cake. Let's go and do the airline here. We have Delta Airlines, so Delta flight number 467, I guess. We'll do 4. Well, actually, no, it's not that one. It's 095. We'll do the departure is LA, and we're going to Montreal, of course. So let's go in ahead and put the A350-900 airframe here. And we'll set also our registration of November 502 Delta November. So November 502 Delta November. There we go. And that's all set. We can simply, I think we're going to do a different departure runway. I don't know currently which one is available, but through the ATIS for, say, intentions, it's 24 left and 25 left. So we're going to do 25 left for today. And that's pretty much it. I think we're going to go ahead and generate this flight. And there we go. So let's go ahead and delete. No, not delete. We're going to go ahead and return to the cockpit. So we are now back in the cockpit. That is all good. And now the IRS right now is aligning. Is in 2 minutes. While that happens, we can go ahead and check the OFP that is provided for us. We're going to check the weather first, because that's pretty important. For the I think these are the meters. No, not. You have to actually go scroll down here. So you could even see here. This is pretty much the weather, and for the alternate, I think it's the good one for the alternate as well. Yeah, alternate is good. So I'm also gonna go ahead and bring up, pin some charts as well that we're going to be doing today. So to pin some charts, we're gonna import our flight from Simbrief, the one we're gonna be using today. Okay. Wait a second. So in fact, this is incorrect. It's going to be the other one. It's 25 right that we're going to be using instead. So this is actually incorrect. So yeah, we're also gonna make sure that this is the correct UTC that this was like made at. So I think it is. Yeah, it is. It is at the moment. I just did this right now, so this is good. I'm gonna go ahead and also, I think this is pretty much it. We're gonna go ahead and the alignment. The alignment has started. Let's go do the. Actually, that's finished. I'm stuttering there. Let's go ahead and receive the ATIS. I think it's a good time to do that. So let's go to the ATC column. I'm also going to go ahead and sign into the CLPDC network. So to do that, we're going to go to the LA network here. So let's enter that. What I'm also going to do through the control panel here, we're going to go ahead and request to operate the jetway, and the handler is going to be Delta Air, and of course we're going to request refueling as well, and the catering service by Hakor Corporation. There we go. So these are not all good, as you could see, and oh my god, is the jetway too long? It seems to be too long. Dang it. I can't really do anything about that. What we can do maybe is actually try to do something else, because this is just not gonna work here. The jetway is not long enough for us. So we should have actually went maybe those things, but this won't work at all. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and try to revert this and close this door so that it closes and the jetway will leave. And instead I'm going to operate these stairs. So let's go ahead and operate these stairs. It should pop up stairs instead. There is only one stair, so we're going to have to use that stair for sure. So that's okay. And that's it. It's time to go to the init page and set this all up. We're also going to go to the load sheet and also set up the ZFW here. We got to import that. Okay, wait, so that's probably in pounds. I think it's in pounds, this metric system we used for that. Yep, it's in pounds. So we're going to have to do this in pounds as well. So let's set this up to pounds. So you go to the third part. No, you go to the settings here and you set this to pounds. There we go. So load sheet, import that, and we're gonna set the ZFW. There we go. So just want to set that up. Let's go ahead and insert the flight plan into the page here. Yep. I'm also going to do something that might cause some lag here, but you know what, we'll do it. Let me first put the footrests and zoom in to the airport. So that's going to load, take a second. Depending on how big the airport is, it's just going to take a bit of some time to do. Wait a second. Yep, there we go. Okay, loaded it in, and we can just zoom it into that. We'll also set the constraints just to get that. And here we go. So that's fine. So this is now inserted, and our cruise. Now let's go actually check that in case that there's some mistakes. So this is 410. The cruise temperature is and you could check that if you go scroll down all the way down here to the winds. So NOTAMs, where are the winds? Yeah, there we go. Top of for 410 it's minus 56. The cost index, it's 52 as well, and all that is good. So I think we're done with that, and we're going to expect 2.5 right for today. So 2.5 right. Actually, wait a second. Yep. Okay, so that's it. Took some time there, but we'll go and set the departure runway already, since we know it's going to be 2.5 right. And the SID, which is the Ocean November 1. No, it's not saying the correct one. There we go, so pretty much set here. And we're expecting the Beal transition as well. So we'll do the... There is no transition according to this, which is not correct. But it's fine. Right now, the fuel truck is in position, and the catering trucks as well. So that's set correctly. I'm gonna go now to the ATC COM, receive the ATIS. So through there, actually, no, wait, it's not what I want to do. There's a company message for the load sheet that we're gonna be having today. So let's go set that. So fuel and load, and you get to that. So the load sheet for the ZFW here, it's going to be 380 decimal 2, which gives us ultimately 30.1 center of gravity here, 30.1%. The block fuel, you can check that for sure if you just scroll down a bit. This is the load sheet, I believe, so I don't think it does contain that, but we could try to find it here. Yeah, look, as you can see, it doesn't contain that right there. So what I'm gonna go do is I'm probably gonna request this, and the block confirmed that. Let's try to see if that's the correct one, and it's not at all. That's not that. Okay, I don't know what that is, but that's not the correct one. So 7 point, we'll do 0.7. There we go. The taxi fuel is 1.3. The route reserves are 3. The alternate fuel is 5.3, and the final fuel is 5.1. There. So there you go. I think that's it. So the number of passengers on board is going to be 312. So not a full cabin. And that's it, I think. Yep. And so let's go ahead and grab the ATIS. Let me just do that real quick. Okay, we finally set this correctly now. We've received the ATIS information November of 1953 Zulu, which is like, what, 20 minutes ago, maybe, yeah. So, 17 minutes ago, precisely. So, 17 minutes ago. Let's go ahead and request, I think, the clearance. We're ready to receive that. First of all, I also want to make sure that the winds are properly set, which they are. No, they're not. Okay. So, let's go and request that and insert it. So, I should insert those winds. Okay, so it's going to be, let's go ahead and, come on. It seems that it doesn't want to enter in that insert. Let's go. It says the flight steps are at LA, so I guess I'm just gonna set that. Yeah, so set that up. That gives us a flag, I think, on the runway we're supposed to take off from. Right there. It doesn't show right now, but you'll see it later on. So I can't get the cruise winds to work. That's fine though. I'm guessing that the we should set the fuel now. Instant fuel. And begin the takeoff, the boarding.
Boarding requested.
Okay, yeah, so it's gonna request that jetway to be connected, and that jetway is not gonna reach us, but that's completely fine. Okay, we're just gonna disregard that, and we're gonna start the APU as well, and the seatbelt sides. I'll put the captain and purser here. So the APU is starting up, and we're gonna request the departure clearance right now. So we are at the, I think the one, here it's blurry, but I think it's 159er, something like that. Trying to find out what it is. 159er, yeah. Okay. So it's gate 159er. The ATIS code is November. Let's go ahead and send that to the mailbox and then send this through here. And there we go. So that's set completely fine. We're going to be, let's go and also send, wait, what is happening? It is, okay, let's go ahead and turn
Ladies
the
and
SAR
gentlemen, welcome aboard
and set this to
Delta
alt
Airlines
RPG
Flight
off.
095, heading to Montreal. We kindly ask you to take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out.
APU's on. Let's turn off the external power and put the
Thank you
APU
for
bleed.
flying with us today.
We'll also turn off the GPU here. Come on, we should be getting our thing any time soon right now. There we go. Also, I'm wondering one thing. Is this set to pounds? Yeah, okay, it is set to pounds. This too is set to pounds. So all the fuel and everything is loaded. So it just seems that there's something wrong here. Because here it tells us that there is 4 hours and 22 minutes, but there's 10 pounds missing in our flight plan. Or extra, I'm not really sure. But, anyway, we'll see what that means later on. So we are cleared to Montreal. The option November 1 departure, they maintain 5,000, okay. Departure on 1243, so there we go. Squawk 2711, so squawk that, 2711, and ident. Expect 25 right, so let's go ahead and we will do that, send that in and close. Now it's time to do the the takeoff performance. Sync that, but first we need to actually wait, so we can just sync this. Sync this as well. I think this is 3000, so that's good to know because it's going to ask for HPA. But we can even do that here, so 3000. So all that is good. Check the ATIS 22, 250 at 12. 22, yeah, okay, all that is good. And it's 25 right, so let's compute that. We'll lag a bit. So we can now do the performance of this. It's going to be flex, obviously. So 67 is the flex temperature. Okay, and the flaps are 2. The THS 27-9er. Packs are on and ties are off. The throttle reduction is 1112. And the acceleration is, we don't know. Just click enter and it will do that for us. The EO acceleration, however, is 11112 as well. Okay, also, so the V1 speed is 155 and the VR speed as well. We have a light airplane. So, there we go. The V2 speed is 160. Okay, some lag there, but we are done. Let's go also, we're gonna go ahead and set the speed to 160. And that's it. We're ready for departure, basically. I think we're done boarding as well. Maybe we are done. But we could check that out. Yep, and we are boarding the passengers right now. The invisible ones, because clearly this doesn't reach the thing. So that's not good. Anyways, All that is fine. I think everything is good in here in the cockpit. We just need to wait for the boarding to finish. Okay, so we are done with the boarding, and it's time to prepare this airplane for pushback and departure. Let's take off the chocks and arm the doors. There we go. While that's happening, we can already contact ground and do that. So let's go ahead and contact the ground frequency. So on here in LA, the ground frequency is
Hello, Captain.
121. No, it's 12175. Also set the radios real quick. There we go. Let's do this. Good day. This is Delta 0905 Heavy at stand 159, requesting push and start.
Delta 095 Heavy, push and start approved. Tail northwest.
Tail northwest, Delta 0905. So it's tail northwest. I already know we're gonna have to do our tail to the right anyway. So let's do the pumps on. There we go. So pumps are all on across the board. And I think we're ready for our push. So yeah. Okay, so he should be ready now, and let's go to do the tail to the right.
Release parking brakes.
We'll release the parking brakes and
Commencing push.
beginning
All engines clear. Start at will.
the start sequence. So let's go ahead and start engine number 1. So this is it's good. I could go ahead and actually check that one out.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Delta Airlines Flight 095, heading to Montreal. Is 4 hours and 25 minutes. Please pay close attention to the upcoming safety demonstration, as it contains
United 1896 request
Okay,
push and start clearance.
so as you can see, that's starting up just nicely. The N1 has pulled up a lot.
Cleared push and start. United 1896.
remain fastened whenever
Ground, JetBlue 1487, taxi to the gate.
And we can actually start engine number 2.
JetBlue 1487, taxi to parking via Whiskey Delta, Kilo Echo Delta 8.
and open your
Whiskey
window
Delta Kilo
blinds
So
Echo Delta
number
8, JetBlue
2 is
1487.
starting up just nicely.
and electronic devices must be set to flight mode. Laptops must be securely
Yeah,
stored.
this guy's completely turned us around. Actually, no, we didn't. Looks like we did.
Delta 3905, ready to taxi.
Set parking brakes.
Delta 3905, runway 24 left, taxi via D10 center.
Okay, we'll have to wait for that.
Echo 6.
Place it over your nose and mouth.
Runway 24 left taxi via D10.
So now that's spooling up just nicely, and we're so once it says avail, actually the engine start's probably started already, like it's probably good enough. But we'll wait until it says avail on it. That means it's really ready.
Children are available. Floor level lighting will guide you to the nearest exit, which is clearly marked.
Yep, I think it's avail now. Let's go ahead and
2 in the front, 2 in the rear, and 4
confirm a good
Cockpit
engine
to ground.
start.
We have a good engine
nearest
start.
exit may
You
be
can disconnect.
Unlocking
Let's
gear.
turn off the APU.
Leave all
The
personal
nose to taxi here, we can let on.
Follow all safety.
Forgot that one.
Expect taxi shortly.
So let's set the
Power bank for any
flaps,
electronic device.
arm that, and set
Inform a crew member immediately.
the THS.
Safety information card.
Southwest 3091, ready for push and start.
Thank you for your attention.
Southwest 3091, push approved, expect taxi shortly.
Pushback approved, Southwest 3091. Skywest 5117, ready for push and start.
So 28 is set. I think that's our THS anyway. It's actually 20 set.
Been removed.
Pushback approved, Skywest 5117.
Left is clear. Ride is clear.
United 18906, ready to taxi.
Come on, it's kind of like
United
tricky.
18906, runway 25 right, taxi via Charlie 6, Bravo, Bravo 1.
Runway 25 right, taxi via Charlie 6, Bravo, Bravo 1, United 18906.
There we go, it's set. I think we're done now. So signs are on. Cabin, I don't know if it's ready for the moment. We'll
SkyWest
set the auto
6513,
brake
cross runway 7 left.
and do the takeoff
7 left,
the
SkyWest
takeoff
6513.
config test. Pause it, that's good. Wait. I think that's good. Come on. Doesn't really work, but the signs are not working. Oh yeah, we just set all the signs to the on position. There we go.
Delta 991, ready for push and start.
There we go. Now it's all good,
Push and start.
and we are cleared to go and continue
Delta
on.
991.
Go ahead and get the taxi clearance to taxi out to 25 right. I don't think it's gonna be much of a long checklist to get out of here. So let's go ahead and receive it.
Cross runway 6 right.
Delta 0905 Heavy requesting taxi to runway.
Delta 095 Heavy, runway 25 right, taxi via Charlie 10, Bravo, Bravo 1. United
Taxi to runway 25 right via Charlie 10 Bravo Bravo 1 Delta 095 Heavy. Okay,
Give way to the 1A350, United 18906.
so it's going to be Charlie. Wait a second. Charlie 10 then Bravo. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll even set this here and make sure that's okay. Oh, we just ran over some lights. You know what? Nobody saw that. Anyway, let's keep going. So I think oh my god, look at that. That 777 just took off like out of nowhere. Oh, it's interesting as hell. I missed that completely. And I see that there's an airplane in front of us that's probably gonna take off. It's okay, I'm like veering a lot. There's a aircraft in front of us. It's probably gonna take off first, so that's gonna be an interesting sight to see. Let's keep going.
Delta 991, ready to taxi.
Delta 901, runway 24 left, taxi via Delta, Delta 9er Echo Echo 6.
Our initial altitude is 5,000, but then we're going to climb to level 410, which is going to be a pretty interesting ride. So let's stay tuned for that as we get to the
Delta 673, taxi departure via Hotel 7.
Bravo
Hotel
1, I
Hold
think,
short of runway
I
7
believe
left.
it's that, Bravo 1. That's going to be our
Hotel 7, hotel
thing.
hold short of runway 7 left, Delta 673.
We are speeding up considerably, but you know what? I have a flight to catch, so I don't really care. Okay, so currently we are on time. We are scheduled for 16:30.
Southwest 2834, ready for push and
And it is local time for me, so
Southwest 2834.
that would
push
be-
approved. Expect taxi shortly.
that would be around 20:30. And we've just passed that, so let's get this airplane out of the ground as soon as possible right now.
United 469, request pushback.
No, we were scheduled to go off blocks at 12 at this time, but we are off blocks
Pushback approved, United
7
469.
minutes earlier.
Airlines 8, ready for push.
Tahiti Airlines 8, push approved. Expect taxi shortly.
Push and start approved, Tahiti Airlines 8.
Delta 095 Heavy, you're number 2. Follow the 737 MAX ahead.
I'm number two. I'm number two. Delta 095. We just crashed. Holy crap.
Delta 095 Heavy, traffic no longer a factor, continue taxi.
Continue taxi Delta 095 Heavy. The fact that it disappeared on me shows clearly that I crashed into it. But look, it's not that bad. Okay, let's keep going. We have a Southwest taking off first, which is probably going to be very good sight to see. Holy crap, this plane accelerates so fast. Brake. Yeah, we're dead. We just crashed into a 737. Okay, let's go reverse. Holy shit. And we are reversing. Okay. Doesn't matter. Let's test the takeoff config again. Everything is normal.
Southwest 2834, ready to taxi.
And so...
Southwest 2834, runway 24 left taxi via Delta 7 Echo Echo 6.
And we're gonna run over. What is this? What is happening?
Echo Echo 6, Southwest 2834.
Oh, they're in the grass. Okay, just stop here.
469er, runway 24 left taxi via Charlie 6, Charlie Lima Echo Echo 6.
Okay, let me contact tower on
Taxi via Charlie 6.
120905.
Echo 6 United 469er.
Ground Viva 622 taxi.
and do that. I wonder how that plane looks like once it's out. Holy crap. Once it's out. It's about to take off right now. It's going to be an interesting sight to see.
Runway 7 left.
And there we go. Let's just request takeoff. Delta 0905 heavy, holding short on Bravo 1, requesting takeoff. 25 right. Okay. Let's go and line up. There's no one next to us, so we should be good.
Runway 25 right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, Delta 0905 heavy. Let's go and set TA in our way.
Delta 095 heavy, runway 25 right, winds 250 at 10. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Fly runway heading, clear for takeoff from a 25 right, Delta 095.
Tower, Delta 991, short of 24 left, ready. Delta 991, winds 250 at 6, runway 24 left.
Okay, let's take off.
24 left, cleared for takeoff, Delta 991.
Okay.
Southwest 2889.
Stabilized, and we're gonna go ahead and set the flex.
Departure Southwest 2889.
Flex set.
Hold short of 6 right, Viva 622.
80 knots. Everything is good.
Hold short of runway 7 left.
Holding short of runway 7 left, Delta 673.
And rotate.
622, hold short of runway 6 right.
Positive rate of climb. Gear up.
Short of runway 6 right, Viva 622.
Okay, level climb. And autopilot set. There we go. Flaps up. Speed brakes disarmed. Nose wheel light set to off. And yep, we're flying nicely. So as you can see, we're now climbing nicely. Fly level 290. We've been cleared to direct Bravo Alpha Whiskey Echo Romeo, and we are really comfortable right now in our seat. And yeah, I'll see you once we reach our cruising altitude of flight level. Just begun our descent right now into Montreal, and it's not announcing actually good weather, as you could see. We are expecting some rain, some mist. We've even received the ATIS information on 2345430, so around 10 minutes ago. It's the information hotel. It says that we have visibility of 3, which is insane. And it's not looking good at all. So we are not going to be expecting some good weather. In fact, we should even retype this in, because I actually had information Gulf, which was better, but now it's just getting worse. So we could be expecting a diversion, but I don't think it's going to be done completely. So let's go do that. 2227 Zulu. Arriving, departing. Okay. Winds 250 at 4. Visibility of 3 with rain and mist, which is important. So that scattered at 800, which is low, and overcast at 7,000. And we have a temperature of 19, dew point of 18, and an altimeter of 2964. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and calculate our approach. First of all, yeah, okay, let's remove that. 2964. And then same thing for here, 29er. What the hell? Wait a second, we have a complete mistake here. It's 2964. Come on, set that. So 2964, and we can even calculate our approach right now into it. So let's sync that. We are doing 24, right? And so let's go ahead and put our thing. So we're actually having more fuel than expected. As you can see, 18.8 pounds. So already with our ZFW, so you could check that out. Our ZFW is 380.182 plus 18. It would give you a much higher thing than expected. Actually, you know what? I think this is good. So we'll just set that 39er 3.582. So decimal 6. I think that's good there. So decimal 6. Yep, and it's going to be for sure wet. We all know that. So it's going to be wet conditions. The QNH expected. Wait a second. Let's put this down, because we are going to be expecting. Yeah. So there we go, and it's 29er decimal 6.4. The temperature is, I think, 19th. Yep. And the wind is 250 at 4. Because let's compute that. Oh wait, and medium brake mode here. So there we go. And so that gives us basically this. We're not gonna exceed the runway. That's just all we need to know. So let's go and do this. So we're gonna go to the performance page here, and we can just type this in here with the approach area. So this is 250 at 4. Full config, and just for the sake of this, we're gonna add a additive of 5. So 3. The minimums, now we check that right here. So the minimums expected are so yeah, we're gonna do probably a cat landing. I want to actually see if we can find that. So we can't, there is only one chart here, so we need to really do that. I think we're gonna do I think 306 or 306 will be good. So 306. The temperature is 19th. We've discussed that, and the QNH is 29.64. There we go. So that's set. And we are going straight into the weather, as you could see, so we need to put these seatbelts on probably right now and just brace for this descent and approach. So let's go and put the windshield up and all of that. All of those things are pretty important. Take all of these off. We don't, for sure we won't need these. So let's take that off. So as you can see, we basically have this, and as we approach, we're gonna have bad weather. That's pretty much what that's gonna look like. So let's go ahead and stow away all of this, and I'll stow away actually the footrests as well. We will be needing that. So we're perfectly fine here. Okay, so I'm gonna meet you once we're actually gonna pass our transition altitude very soon. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to go ahead and request to contact the center of Montreal, or the approach. He's gonna hand us over for sure, but just in case. So let's go ahead and request to descend to the altitude of, we'll say 3,000. Good day, this is Delta 0905 requesting to descend to 4,000. Set 4,000 onto this. We're also gonna set some wiper. Send 4,000 Delta 0905. And we'll descend right now. And we'll set the reference here. It will help us a lot. Barometric pressure. So just for today, we're probably going to aim at doing one of the very good landing, because this is not going to look good. We're probably going to suffer a lot of stuff, but we just need to be on our best guard here. I think it's good to go ahead and put this to nav 2 and the local lights on, just so we can situate ourselves. I'll put the landing lights on. I'll put all the lights on actually across the board, since we can't really see much out of the window. As you can see here, on the weather radar, we can actually see that there's going to be some turbulence, and I don't know, should we try to avoid that? I don't know how we can avoid that, to be honest. Maybe we can try to go onto, yeah, you see, like, for example, it's literally in our pathway. We're going to have to hit it. So we're going to expect that for sure as we come in. So we're going to be hitting a black spot here. We can maybe try to deviate that, but it's going to be hard because it's not on our flight plan at all. But look, we can try. Anyway, everything is good, and so I don't really think we're gonna have any issues. But we're gonna be passing 10,000 in a second, so we already set all of the, put all the lights and seatbelt sign on. Just the fact that there's this weather just makes it 10 times worse. And now what we're gonna do is we're about to cross the thing. I don't think we're gonna hit the black. Okay, we're not gonna hit the red spot, thank God. But we're gonna hit the yellow. we're gonna expect some turbulence as well. So yeah, it's very bad weather actually out here. Even possibly like turbulent weather. Also thunderstorms could be expected, but it just said rain, so it's not gonna be that big of a deal. So yeah, I'm gonna see you. Actually, no, let's keep on doing this. It's just pretty interesting seeing that happen in front of us, and we are literally just going to be able to cross the thing. It's interesting. Yeah, we just crossed it barely without hitting it too deep. Okay, so we are currently now being vectored to the waypoint so we can actually do it. I'm not gonna film like the parking and everything. We're just going to do the landing, and then I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video. I just wanted to clarify that. So this is all good and done, and yeah. So I'll see you once we obtain the glide slope.
Squawk
Okay,
code
so
remains 4216 and approach frequency will be 121.1. We'll configure for landing with flaps 30. Final approach speed will be 135 knots. Once on the ground, we'll be taxiing to gate USA Terminal Gate 73A. I think we're ready for the arrival, Captain.
okay, so I just wanted to get
All right,
briefed.
Captain. In the event of a missed approach for runway 24
Oh, no, it's
right
okay.
at Montreal, we'll climb altitude
Okay, what?
3,000 feet, then make a left turn to
that?
heading 220 and proceed direct to the VOR. We'll
220.
hold there and await further instructions from ATC. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears open, and we'll be ready for anything.
Okay,
Not
so
clear what you said. Say again.
basically we just got briefed for the missed approach procedure, and so now I am about to land these conditions. So yeah. Okay, so we've just reached 2000, and it seems that everything is going smoothly here in the cockpit. We're about to cross Volanta, as you can see, and so yeah, let's keep going. We have now actually we can see now the thing, but we first need to actually obtain, you know, the visual identifier of the runway in order for us to fly, you know, the approach ourselves, or else like what am I gonna rely on, you know? So yeah, so it's currently, let's go actually set the wipers to fast, because we're going to actually, no, let's just set it to slow because it kind of disorients you. And so now we're receiving 250 at 5. At 4 was that what we were told that we were going to receive, but you're getting 240 at 9. So it's still some headwind that we will be receiving. Not much. 10 knots is not much. It's really just the visibility that's kind of bad here. But as you can see, I have no visual identifier of the runway, so we kind of have to wait for that to come to us in order to stop this approach. We even set both autopilots on here so that this could land. And now we are at 870 feet radio altimeter. So yeah, we're still going pretty smoothly right now. I had set my approach speed to 135, and yeah, I think we're gonna slow it down a bit to 133, which was what we had calculated before. I still don't see the runway. Holy crap! I don't think we're gonna be landing this. We're gonna be doing for sure going to be doing the landing itself, but the entire approach will be done by the autopilot because I can't see anything. So let's keep going. Oh, I see the runway. Okay, we're gonna disconnect the autopilot right now. It's landing by itself, but I don't want that. So let's disconnect the autopilot. Okay. We have the controls of the airplane. Holy crap! Oh my god. We have no winds.
70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Retard. We landed. That was a hard landing. Okay, we're fine. Oof. Okay. And this airplane's stopping. Holy shit. So let's go ahead and exit the thing here. Flaps up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Montreal. Did you know that Montreal is home to the largest underground city in the world? It's a network of tunnels and shops that stretches over 32 kilometers. Thank you for flying with Delta Airlines. Please remain seated until we reach our final parking
Okay,
position.
and here we are in the taxiway.
Flight crew, thank you for flying
Wait a
with
minute,
Delta
we didn't even
Airlines.
receive clearance from tower. Holy
Here
crap.
is 7:21 p.m.
Okay, anyway,
If you
so
have a connection, please note the following.
let's put these wipers
Flight
off.
235 to Toronto.
This was a
Departs
harsh
at
landing.
8:15 p.m. from gate
Shit.
52. Flight 310 to
Okay,
Vegas.
so
Departs at 8:30
we aren't going to be
p.m.
doing the rest of
Enjoy
this.
your time in Montreal.
We aren't well. Leave the line lights on. We aren't going to be doing the rest of this taxi back to the gate because I don't have time. So I hope you enjoyed the video. In fact, well, right. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.